Hello guys and welcome back, my name is Phoenix and today we're looking at Dwarf Fortress. In the previous two episodes we created the world and finally it's the time to embark. So let's go with it and let's start our first campaign. We're going to play on the Dwarf Fortress obviously, and Phoenix Let's Play world that I created. So now the world is going to be generated, it's going to last for 2 weeks, we're going to run it before we can actually plant the fortress. So it takes a little bit of time, it's not that long, but it always takes a little bit just to prevent any saves coming and to stop you from swapping from Dwarf Fortress to Adventure mode and killing the army that is approaching in their sleep. So let's see what we have in here. We're going to select some good site. Press F to find the desired location. And I like them 4x4. We look for a severity. I will leave it as high because we want fun. Not going to mess about with even bio, so I will leave it unimportant. Elevation and temperatures, I don't care. Rain, I don't care. Flux stone, we want yes. Aquifer, I will set no, but it shouldn't be any anyway. Rivers, I don't particularly care. I can always deal with it other ways. Shallow metals, yes. Let's go for multiple. We'll see if we can find anything. And a little bit of soil and a little bit of clay if we can. Okay, do a search. It's going to scan now through the entire world that we created. And we're going to see if there are any sites that are possible for us. Okay, we are done. We have quite a few. So let's observe it in here. We have quite a big location in here mostly. As you remember from the previous episode, our civilization will be located mostly in this range. We could start building somewhere here near them, or try to break out and expand. So let's see what sort of locations we have here selected first. Let's go and see. This one here next to the seaside. It's, what is that? Confir Forest. That's nothing exceptional there. There's some ocean locations, pretty much useless to us, we're not going to be playing that. And some more. As we go towards the south, it's getting hotter and hotter. So let's see. Okay, here we have a location. It's a savanna with a little bit of desert. As you can see in here, it kind of works like that. We're looking at this square here, flashing yellow, for those of you that are new. Then it enlarges it and we look at this. That's a proper location. So we're looking at this square. And this yellow square is this whole square from here. So we're basically going to be starting in here. That's going to be a savanna mostly. When we press F1 is going to be savanna region, this. All of that is savanna. And a tiny bit of desert we're going to be located at the same time. So savanna has a deep soil, deep metals, flux stone. Shallow metals are only on the desert side of it. That's kind of annoying really, because we won't be having any more metals there. Okay, that will look like a good one, but let's swap it here. What do we have in here? Savanna as well. And we have savanna on the top, wasteland on the bottom, okay. Deep metals, and here is a little bit of shallow metals. So shallow metals mostly on the desert. Okay, I'm the most tempted by this location in here, look at that. We have savanna, mostly in here. We have a little bit of desert, and that's the only two regions that we have in here. It's a warm climate, so it may be that our water will evaporate as well during the heat waves and stuff like that in summer. We have everything we need in here, and I think that's a good starting location. There is no point of messing about with it too much. I would prefer to have some hills so I can build into them, but we should be fine in here as well. So let's go and embark. I'm going to look into prepare carefully for it. I'm going to press E for embarking. Have selected area, yes. And now we won't have experience any lag, we should be fine. I'm going to prepare carefully, I'm going to get ready for it. What I tend to do, I will go and prepare everything in here. And I'm going to name dwarves after you guys as well. And then we can move on from there. Okay guys, here we are ready. I named few people. Few of them are named after YouTubers I watched a lot when I was learning how to play Dwarf Fortress. The first one obviously is Das. Das is the guy that has amazing tutorials. If you don't know how to play the game, check his channel because he's great at it and he explains a lot in the tutorials and you can learn how to play it. Marcus Aurelius is the guy who has probably one of the best adventure series I have seen on Dwarf Fortress on YouTube, so it's also worth checking. That's obviously me. And 3 of you guys commented on the channel, so thank you everybody for commenting. John Butterworth commented that he wants the inebriated bison, so that's what we have for him. Then Matteo Uberanti commented that he wants Dwalin, so that's what you get. And finally Dragonstar commented that he would like a Drakov, I guess that's how it's pronounced. And this guy is not unnamed, so if you're new to the series, please go back to my first video and comment there, and you will find out you can join the fortress, and I will name it later if we win the game as we play it. Let's see what I'm taking with me. I have kind of strange things I take. I take 2 pickaxes, obviously, because I need them. Copper battle axe 1 is useful to chopping tree. I don't like it. You can take a training one, it's cheaper, but I want the copper one in case something bad happens. Iron anvil is helpful, you can take it and it will help us a bit. And from the alcohol I take dwarven beer 11 because that gives me 1 extra barrel, and then I take dwarven wine, ale and rum. They're day 3. I take 1 quiver just in case I want to go hunting. I take ropes and all that standard. I have some plum helmets to eat, and then from seeds I only take 2 of each. We don't need much more than that. Seriously, you can grow them as fast, and you can survive initially by just scavenging land around you. From animals in here I take 3 dogs, so we have 3 female dogs, 2 male dogs, 1 of cat and 1 cat girl, 2 awi. Probably that's how you say it, is 2 female sheep and 1 ram with them. And then eventually, obviously, as everyone else in the whole world, I take 3 turkey hens and 2 turkey gobblers. That will provide us with turkey leather, turkey egg and turkey meat for our fortress, and we should be just fine with that. Now let's look at the guys and their statistics, because that's also kind of unusual for what I normally do. I take adequate shield user, armor user, dodger and discipline for my miners. Miners, these 2 guys will be miners, are really good at training every single military skill. So by giving them that, the one that they cannot train, that helps them out a lot. So they will be training that a lot from just mining. And I want to keep it as that because we are in the savage bio and there may be some early fights. I will be using dogs and the miners to kind of fend off the enemies. Then Phoenix, which is me, is becoming a proficient grower and herbarist. So initially he will start taking the seeds out of the land and kind of, gather the food from the forest. But eventually he will move down on the ground and be a permanent grower. You don't need more than 3 growers per entire fortress on this level, so that's perfectly fine. We have this guy, Iberated Bison, being a mason and a woodcutter. The reason why is that the woodcutter will chop the wood, and our carpenter will use it, which is Dwalin. Because we need woodcutter on the beginning and carpenter to be working straight away, and mason comes to work a little bit later, so it's not that necessary for him to be working straight away, so I have to give him some early job to do. Then we have carpenter. That kind of works okay, because Wally will do a carpenting job that we do initially to start. And later on we'll move to woodcrafting. That may be useful for us more than carpenting really, because I would like to do more things out of stone when the mason gets to work. Then we have Drakov. Drakov will be our record keeper. He will be responsible for checking what is in our fortress and how it works. We have a competent appraiser, computer organizer and skilled record keeper. So he will be responsible for keeping all the control over our fortress, making sure we have everything there. And eventually the last guy that is unnamed yet, Dakok for now, is adequate persuader, negotiator, judge of intent and conversion sanctionalist, that's the word I hate, and he will be dealing with all the trade and trading with people. Now we get to name our fortress, so let's do that. Let's name the fortress and we can create a random name. Mine gem, tin salt, let's find something decent. Wind rime, nah. Mastercrafted. That's a decent name for a fortress. I think we'll stick with that. That's a really good name for a fortress. I think I would like to keep it. So we're going to select that. We're going to go with done, and then we're going to name our group of dwarfs. So let's see what we have again. The Thin Earth. No, it's not a bad name, but let's see what we can get as well. The Weak Earth. No. Hammer of Books. Robust Iron. View. The Simple Anvil. The Simple Anvil sounds like a good name for our group. So, okay, we're going to stick with that. We have then everything in name. We have name for a fortress, we have name for a group as well. So we're going to be using that for a name of the series. We're going to... I will save it just in case I want to use it in the future. And let's go, let's embark. I think we're ready. Let me just double check it that we have everything done that I should. Yes, I feel we're ready. Let's go and embark. Hopefully we'll pause on start and we don't have to worry about it too much. You have arrived after the journey from the mountain home into the forbidden wilderness beyond your hash track. Finally ended, your party of 7 is to make outposts. For the glory of all of civilisatioon. There are almost no supplies left, but with such labor tenants, whatever bolt, plow or hook provided for your dwarves. You are experiencing a supply of caravan within the winter, okay, and do we have to be wary of anything? Nothing. Okay, Mastercrafted. Strike the earth, let's do it. Okay, I'm going to save because I have an autosave enabled for the beginning of the start of a game, so we're going to wait for that, and let's see what sort of land we spawned on. Okay, here we are, let's check it out. We can zoom out and observe the map. So we're on the kind of hill a little bit. There is a... You can move up and down levels, obviously. So let's see what we have in here. Go down. Okay, we have this hill to the left, to the right. Let's zoom in a little bit closer and observe that properly. Okay, so that's our world in here. We have this little hill to our right. It kind of overhangs over us, I think. Does it? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. We have this hill over here that we can dig into and start building our initial base, and I think that kind of makes sense. Just dig into the side of the hill. It's very flat. It's only one level high. When you go up, it's only one level high, and there is nothing above it but trees. Then we go down, and we slowly have this little slope down. We go lower levels slowly as we go down. Eventually 3 levels below. So it's not very straight land in here, but I think we're doing quite okay with decent land. There is no river, sadly, as far as I can see. But that may be a problem. There is actually no water sources whatsoever. So we will have to hope that there is some water sources underground, because really there is not a single lake. Not even one. That may be interesting start. So there is no lake. Lake obviously is important. Initially the dwarves can drink alcohol and they're fine with it, but eventually we'll need lakes for them. And we'll have to do something about it. Hopefully underground caverns will find some water. Also let me know what sort of size is comfortable for you to watch. I want to play it on about this size map. So hopefully you can see the units okay. Let me know in the comments if that's the size you want me to play, or do you want me to make it a little bigger or smaller, depending how you want it guys to do. For now, thank you everybody for watching, and tomorrow we'll start the first digging into the mountain and deciding what we're going to do with our fortress. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you guys next time.